Now, first and foremost, I'd like to thank the executive leadership team of the March of Dimes board that we have. All you guys stand real quick? Who's on the board with me? The ELT. I just want to say thank you personally. All the work and effort, these guys, let's give them a round of applause real quick. You know, their support and the things that they put forth and everything couldn't be done without them. And to be a part of this and have, you know, Mountain Hospital System, Singing River, and the rest of these organizations come together is just really incredible. But again, real quick, again, when I was born, there was no hope for my survival. You heard a little bit about my story in terms of what happened. 16 surgeries later, months of hospital care. All I ever wanted to do was become a doctor. I went off to college. They said you'll never be one. As a matter of fact, when I went off to college, I found my first advisor, and she said, well, let's pick a different career. And I said, well, I'm going to need a new advisor. So I went to another one. And she said, well, that would work, but let's pick up a backup just in case. And I said, I'm going to need another advisor. And so by the third time, I said, listen, I know I'm just a young, dumb 18-year-old kid, and please don't give me your opinion. I just want to be a doctor. And she said, okay. And she mapped it out for me. Little did I know what kind of journey that was going to be, and what kind of turmoil, what kind of blessings, and what kind of rocks that was going to become. And I want to challenge you guys today to realize that, like I said, we're all handicapped. Mind the world can see. We're all struggling with something. And you have to walk the rocks to see the mountain views. And we all know the rocks in these lives are hard. We're not saying that rocks won't come. We're not saying that it's not going to happen. What I am saying is that if you stay the course, if you persevere, your rocks and your testimony, your greatest test in your life becomes your greatest testimony, and those rocks turn into amazing mountain views. And my passion for March of Dimes and my passion for pediatrics comes out of that very thing. Why am I chair of March of Dimes? I was a preemie myself. Why am I chair of March of Dimes? Because I devote my life in serving the least of these. And I'll tell you this, since I'm up here, you have to listen to me, so I get to say this. But I'd rather walk with a limp in Christ than with a strut in the world. And I will tell you that I am not ashamed of that in the world that we live in, but I will tell you that I am here to show love in a radical and impactful way, to show you that I understand how you feel and that we're here. And I want to encourage you guys, to let you know, I want to encourage you guys to get involved however we can. I want to see you guys all there at our walk. I don't even walk or run like for fun. So the fact that I'm walking for that, I mean, a fun run, that's oxymoronic. There's nothing fun about it, right? Right? So I'm going to do that because of what I believe and where we are. And so without you guys, it's so crucial. And I want to share one more personal story that I hope will bring it into focus and kind of talk about the ripple effect. I want you to know there were so many people in my hospital bedroom where when we serve these kids, and you're going to meet an incredible family shortly, the Brooms, that mean a lot to us and to our Singing River family personally, that we got to have the privilege of serving and saving and being a part of it. So every day, I look at these kids, I look at these families, and it reminds me of why I devoted my life to do it. But realize too, sometimes you don't know why we're going through what we're going through, or don't know who's there, but it's just like a pebble in a pond. That ripple that we touch, you never know the fingers or the tendrils that's going to touch that. And I want you to know, just for you being here, just for your compassion for this mission and your compassion for people, that's what it's all about. And so I want you to know that your ripple effect is high. But when I was 4 years old, I'm going to just tell you one story. My mom is a helicopter mom, right? So she was always all about me. I call her my sweet potato, right? And so she's always been around me. And she said, you know, I had a physical therapist named Michelle Larson. And she said, hey, Lisa, she said, if I can get, you need to let Tyler be more like normal kids. You need to let him come out, you need to let him play, and you need to let him be with kids. And so she said, if I can teach him how to pick up an object and put it in a basket, would you let him go to the local Easter egg hunt that they have at the local park where you live? My mom said, sure, cool, if you can teach him how to do that, we'll let him do that. Now you gotta remember, with CP, even learning how to pick up an object or learning how to wipe myself in the toilet and not falling over, these are the small miracles. And so really, mom didn't really, at that time, probably believe that was actually gonna happen, right? And so my physical therapist did the best she could. She bribed me with juicy fruit, and I learned how to pick up an object and put it in a basket. And so that day came at the Easter egg hunt where there were thousands of kids in North City Park in Florida, where I'm from originally. We were all lined up, and I have a younger sister, and we're all dressed up because you have to dress up at Easter. You have to look alike, right? You have to look all beautiful in your white clothes. And so I had my walker, and thousands of kids were there, and there were thousands of eggs. And the gun went off, and all the kids went running, and I was left behind. And so my mom started to cry, and she said, see, this is exactly why I don't let Tyler go out and do things. This is exactly why I don't let him get out with the community, because I'm going to take him home and he's going to have no eggs. She walked over with tears in her eyes to apologize for bringing me, and she looked down and my basket was overflowing with eggs. And she said, oh my goodness, how in the world did your basket overflow? I said, well, the kids are running so fast that I'm bending over picking their eggs up and I'm putting them in the basket. And so at that point, as clear as day, my mom received a critical message that has carried through my entire life, that if we just learn to trust that there's something greater, trust in the Lord, or trust in what's going on, that God's going to fill your basket with blessings. You know, you may not have, you think you're not perfect, you think you're outside. If you look at me, my box, my broken box, my vessel is broken. It walks funny, it looks different. But if you take time to know where your blessings come from, if you slow down and pick up your blessings, you will also learn that all of the turmoil and all the struggles that these kids go through, that we devote our lives to when they're in the NICU with me for weeks, when we intubate these kids, when we serve these kids, there is fear, there is tragedy, but how tragedy can turn into a triumph, all because we've learned to be a part of all this thing. And so you'll get to hear more of that as well. So with that, hey, I'll stop talking. But I could go on forever. You know, I really could. And I would like to, but I know you guys want to get going. So, but anyway, I want to give you guys, let me give a big shout out to these top teams of 2017. Do we have that slide? Is that popped up there? Are you guys going to put that up there? Just because. Okay, so you guys can see all that? Awesome. So these are our top teams back in 2017. Just incredible donations, incredible perseverance, and just dedication. And I just want to say thank you, personally, that your gifts don't go unnoticed. And I just want to give the moment to recognize you guys and to say thank you. So our goal this year, before I pass off to Bridget, our goal this year is $155,000. All right? And I'm hoping that we can surpass that. And it's really about just the small gifts. We're not asking somebody to give that kind of money right off the bat, right? We want you to just every day. We all spend money on a Starbucks coffee, right? And so looking at a way to find a way to impact people and to show this mission, if you can help us make that goal, we would be absolutely appreciative. So again, I hope to see you guys all here for the March for Babies. We hope to see you guys with us, and if we can ever serve you, let us know, and we hope that we can make this a great success. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to Bridget. She's the area coordinator for this event. She'll talk about the national sponsors and kind of go from there. Thank you guys very much.